All right, and algebra, remember that the domain of a function are the values of the input value, in this case x, for which the function is defined. So if our function has a square root, recall that we can never take the square root of a negative number. Can't do it. That is how we'll find the domain of function p. What's under the square root sign cannot be negative. So we'll take what's under the square root sign and say that it has to be greater than or equal to 0, which is what would be true if it was not negative. It would be bigger than or equal to 0. So now we'll solve for x. We'll subtract 5 from both sides first, using the subtraction property. Then we'll divide both sides by 2, and we'll have it. X is greater than or equal to negative 5/2, or negative 2.5. That's how we'd find the domain in a function like this. If you'd like to try another one, then keep watching. What is the domain of the function f of x equals the square root of 9 minus 4x? Pause the video and try it yourself. So what's under the square root sign cannot be negative. Can't be negative. So the values can be 0 or above 0, but they cannot be any of these negative numbers. So 9 minus 4x can be these red numbers. And now we can subtract 9 from both sides. Now we can divide both sides by negative 4. Don't forget though, if you ever multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality sign has to change directions from pointing to the right to pointing to the left. And now we have it. X would have to be less than or equal to 9/4, or we can say less than or equal to 2 1/4. And that's our domain.